the oldest, most sinister forces may believe they'll determine America's future, but they are wrong. We will determine America's future.
This is my video update from Ayia Napa on this Sunday, May the 14th. That was Joe Bidenopoulos speaking at, I believe, Howard University. And Elon Musk, he commented on Biden's speech, talking about the irony of it all, having Biden speaking at Howard University and talking about the sinister old white supremacy America. And it's Joe Bidenopoulos speaking about these things. Yeah, Elon Musk is right. The irony is pretty incredible when you think about it. But that's what makes Biden such an attractive president for the neocons, the warmongers, and the permanent states. It's the fact that Biden can give speeches like this, which are meant to be divisive and distracting, so that the war machine can continue to grind on while the rest of America, while most of America is distracted by these types of divisive statements from Bidenopoulos. And the war machine, they sent Elensky to Italy to meet with Pope Francis and to meet with Prime Minister Meloni. And Elensky, he met with Pope Francis dressed in his Ukraine sweatshirt and his green khaki military pants and military boots. And actually Elensky's entire entourage was dressed in military outfits as they went to the Vatican to meet with Pope Francis. You're meeting with the Pope. Wear a tie. Wear a tie, Elensky. We understand. We understand your whole military outfit theater. We got it. It's been a year and a half now. Okay, we get it. It's time now for you to suit up. Anyway, he presented the Pope with painted body armor, which is a strange gift to present to the Pope. And they met for like 40 minutes. And after the meeting, Elensky spoke with reporters and he gave an interview on Italian television, and he said that the Pope offered to mediate some sort of peace deal between Russia and Ukraine, and Elensky said that he turned down the Pope's offer for peace mediations. And Elensky said that the only peace deal that he will accept is Elensky's peace deal, and we know what Elensky's peace deal is all about. It is Ukraine 1991 borders and Russian President Vladimir Putin stepping down as president of the Russian Federation. That is Elensky's peace deal, and it's a non-starter. But that is what Elensky told Italian media. He also met with Prime Minister Meloni, and he was wearing the same sweatshirts and military pants, military boots as he met with the Prime Minister of Italy. And Meloni didn't look any better. Meloni was dressed like Klaus Schwab, dear leader attire. So I don't know. I think Meloni is losing it. I think she's gone full globalist, if you want my opinion. And Meloni, she pledged that Italy will support Ukraine until the very end, for as long as it takes. And she promised more military aid and money to the Elensky regime. So that was his meeting with the Prime Minister of Italy. And I believe today Elensky will be in Berlin. I imagine he's going to be meeting with Olaf Scholz and Habeck, Baerbock, and the German leadership. Anyway, the Washington Post, they ran an article from the Discord leaks where they say that Elensky was planning to invade Russia, and he wanted to invade and occupy villages and towns in Russia because he thought that occupying those villages and towns would give him leverage as he negotiated with the the Russian government. So they said that Elensky was planning these attacks and an eventual invasion on Russia. And the Washington Post also said that Elensky was. Let's go in for just a second. We won't go in. I think they have some sort of service, so we won't go in. But the Washington Post also said that Elensky was planning to launch attacks like drone attacks and missile attacks in deep inside of Russia, like in Rostov and these cities and these areas deep inside of the Russian Federation. And so, why is the Washington Post publishing this? Why are they making Elensky out to be a warmonger, a crazy maniac warmonger? Very interesting. The Washington Post is the paper of the DC insider intel community, and they're basically making Elensky out to be some unhinged maniac. I don't know. I think the Washington Post may be sending a message out. And it's interesting that Elensky is traveling so much as well, isn't it? It seems like over the past 2 months, Elensky is traveling an awful lot. What does that signal? I don't know. Maybe Elensky is planning his exit. Possibly. But for, the first year of the conflict, Elensky traveled nowhere unless he was going to Poland. Secret trips back and forth to Poland. But now it seems like he's traveling all over the world. Vatican, Italy, Berlin, Netherlands. He's kind of going everywhere. UK. Very interesting development, Elensky's recent travels. So what else? What else should we talk about? We got elections in Turkey. Big elections in Turkey today. And there were articles, I believe it was, I want to say either the New York Times or the Washington Post, where they ran an article saying that the collective West is absolutely pulling for Erdogan to lose the election. And they say that if Erdogan loses the election, then that means that they'll be able to move Turkey on side with this collective West versus Russia conflict that we have going on, which means that they'll be able to get the Turkish government to impose sanctions on Russia, to possibly do something in the Black Sea. Who knows? Maybe stir up trouble in Syria. Maybe something in Armenia, Azerbaijan. Something with Iran. Who knows? Who knows what they might do, or what they think they can get Turkey to do if Erdogan exits. But no doubt the collective West, they absolutely are pulling for Erdogan's defeat. John Bolton, he has an entire think tank set up to defeat Erdogan. So that's how much they're pulling for Erdogan to lose in these elections. So today is a very, very big day in Turkey. And I'm trying to think if I have any other stories that I want to get out before I do a clown world. We have Orban, who gave a speech the other day, and he really laid into the European Union and Bloomberg. Bloomberg reported that Orban his rhetoric is getting more and more anti-EU with each passing passing day. And Bloomberg's article is Orban ramps up anti-EU rhetoric by asking, what's the point? And here is what Bloomberg says in this article. In a speech in the western city of Veszprém, Orban hit out at the EU for an economic slowdown, which is affecting most of the globe, and for its response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The modern form of European collaboration was driven by two missions, peace and welfare, Orban said. If it can't fulfill its two original missions, then what's the point of the EU? The Hungarian premier's anti-EU rhetoric has intensified since Brussels stepped up financial pressure on his country. Clashes with the bloc over the rule of law and corruption have led Brussels to withhold more than 30 billion of aid, yet that's also raised speculation about whether Orban intends to eventually lead Hungary out of the EU, something the government has repeatedly denied. So that is what Bloomberg is reporting about Orban and Hungary. And the Washington Post article that I talked about, which was saying that Elensky wanted to attack Russia and to invade Russia. The Washington Post also said that in the Discord leaks, Elensky was talking about attacking the Druzhba pipeline in order to attack Hungary and to attack Hungary's economy. That is what the Washington Post actually reported. They said that Elensky, in various meetings, was going on and on about how Ukraine can attack the economic interests of Hungary. it's pretty wild stuff. Once again, why is the Washington Post reporting this? Why are they reporting this? They are making Elensky look like a maniac. He wants to attack Russia. He wants to attack Hungary. There's a reason that the Washington Post is putting this stuff out there. So that is what Orban said. And let's make this a short video. By the way, I haven't reported this yet, but I'm sure everyone knows that Imran Khan was released from prison, from his arrest. And from what I understand, he's on like a 2-week parole, and then he's going to go in front of the Supreme Court or the Pakistani judges again. And I don't know what's going to happen, but Imran Khan was released. The pressure was just too great, and the authorities, they had to release Imran Khan. So I just wanted to update everyone on that. And let's do a clown world. And this will be a bit of a different clown world in a way. And it's going to focus on Elensky again. And it's going to focus on that video speech that Elensky gave a couple of days ago. Now, I don't know if you've seen that video speech, which I guess Elensky posts on social media, Instagram, and stuff like that. But in that video message, Elensky looked like he was high as a kite. I mean, he did not look good, and there have been so many memes coming out from that speech, and they're just making so much fun of Elensky and his appearance. Like sweat was pouring down his face, and his eyes were like half closed, and he looked awful. And there's a lot of memes that are comparing him to Hunter Biden and putting him in certain scenarios with Hunter Biden. And what I'll do is I'll put a link to some of those memes on Twitter, but I don't think I can actually post them on YouTube, at least, because some of them are pretty pretty funny, but also pretty controversial. But who knows? Maybe that's why Biden likes Zelensky so much. Maybe Elensky reminds him of Hunter. I don't know. But anyway, that's the clown world. I just wanted to bring up that video because there are all kinds of memes coming out from that video statement from Elensky. Anyway, that is today's Sunday video. The Duran.locals.com. We are on Rumble, ODYSEE, BitChute, and Telegram. And go to the Duran shop. 10% off. Use the code. Good day. Take care.